Alright, so welcome to Sheed and T1D. If you didn't know, my name is Rashid and I'm a type 1 diabetic. That is what T1D stands for. But I want to go ahead and take this opportunity to create a short little introduction video to tell you guys my purpose and my reasoning for even creating this channel. And that is to just use it to provide and vlog kind of my health and fitness journey that I plan to go forward with, and just how it is to be living as a type 1 diabetic following these, but as well as take the opportunity to give back to the community that I was able to refer to during my journey and I still refer to, and just so I was able to at least use it to give back and educate other people that are in the same scenario that I was 2.5 years ago. So with that being said, that is my main objective is just giving back and any form possible, but as well as enjoying content that you guys can actually enjoy to watch and see. So it's going to be interesting. I have a couple ideas that I plan to obviously follow through with, but right now I want to just go kind of do a screen to face interaction and just kind of introduce myself at first. If you guys haven't already uploaded my first video, this is technically the official first talking video. But if you haven't, go to my channel, check it out. If you guys enjoy it, like and subscribe. And I wanted to go ahead now and just share with you guys a couple things that I personally did and I implemented during my journey from the beginning till now that I follow, that I found super easy. And it wasn't overcomplicated that made you feel like, oh no, I'm gonna fall back and now I can't stick with my diet, or I can't stick with my decision to go healthy. And it was simple things. The first thing I obviously made sure that I did was I started eating at home. As simple as it is. I cut out all fast foods. I cut out all foods that seemed if it came from a factory or if it came in a wrapper that looked like it came from a factory, I didn't eat it. Anything highly processed or highly artificial, I decided that it wasn't the go-to. And I'm not going to say I stick to that code 100% now, but at first I was a little bit extreme and I did not. But now, obviously, I moderate. It's within moderation. Everything that you learn within your little journey, you're going to find out, especially with the diet, everything's within moderation. No matter what you eat, you can't obviously overeat in protein, and you can't overeat in fats and overeat in carbs, but everything within moderation. And so that was one of the tips. That was definitely that I used, that I still use. Like I said, eating at home rather than eating out. If I have to eat out, then I'll find something like a Whole Foods or a New Seasons and go to their hot bar or their salad bar. Something small that would keep me until I could get home. Yeah, it's a little bit on the pricier end, but in the long run, it's going to save you, especially if in your medical bills. So another thing that I did was it seems simple, but you don't really pay attention to it till you actually start paying attention to it. But stop eating out of the vending machine. I decided to bring my own snacks, and I was bringing fruits and veggies like celery and peanut butter, mixed nuts, anything like that I can honestly just snack on at work. Even though I try to eat, majority of the time when I eat is mostly meals and I try not to snack, but sometimes obviously you're gonna have to snack. And that is where the best part is, if you have yourself a fruits like strawberries, blueberries, you get it. It's gonna be good stuff for antioxidants in the blueberries, obviously natural sugars, and then it's not gonna have the highly processed sugars or any of the carbs that's gonna affect your blood sugars in the long run. But even non-diabetics, it's just overall healthier alternative. And then I made sure to on my breaks, instead of sitting down in the break room on my phone, I would step outside, walk around instead of just soaking up social media all day and any free time that I get. So I actually limited my screen time, and I set it to I believe it was 30 or 45 minutes per day. And after 45 minutes, all my social media accounts would lock up. And so that was as soon as it locked up, I'd be like, oh, okay, it's time for me to get up and start doing something. Another thing that I did that I found super helpful, and it was just when it came to working out, I picked something that I truly enjoyed, and I started with soccer. because I've always loved the sport. And so whenever I was working out, I didn't find it like as tedious. I just kind of got like, I kind of got lost in just playing. As long as it kept me moving, I was like, okay, I'm cool with it. And then another tip, like, I always kept my hydro flask on me, regardless of like where I was. I always made sure, especially when I finished it, that I found a way to fill it back up. And this way, it kept me like full for longer, and I wasn't like thinking about snacking, especially if you get in like a good amount of water throughout the day. Like by noon, I was already almost drinking like a gallon. So at that point, I was like, okay, I could stay until like dinner. And obviously, I still would eat at certain times, but I'm just saying, like, it helps you if you're trying not to snack as much. I'm telling you, like, just keep your water bottle on you at all times, and whenever it gets empty, go fill it up right away, because if you sit on it and you don't fill it up, you're most likely gonna end up not filling it up in a very long time. And I know the feeling, trust me. But another thing that I found very helpful actually was I got myself an Apple Watch. I had like a knockoff brand before, and it wasn't an Apple Watch, it was some generic like knockoff brand, like I said, and it just tracked my steps, which is all I really needed. But I'm a very competitive person, and this thing helped me. Like, when I saw that, I would be like, oh, I hit 10,000 steps today, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna go for 11, and then the next day I'm gonna go for 12,000. Like, I'm just a very competitive person regardless of who I'm competing with. And so that's something that helped me. I don't know if it'll help you, but if you want to go ahead and try it, I would definitely recommend it. And then another last thing that I would say, like, that actually became one of the top things that I'm glad that I did, was I just got comfortable in the kitchen. Like, I taught myself how to cook. Like, I use Instagram and I use TikToks and like all these different accounts that I follow. I follow at least 10 to 20, but all these people who post like breakfast, lunch, and dinner meals, they have like really good looking and healthy alternative lunches. And I use the platform for that specific reason, to kind of just educate myself and understand, like, okay, like how to cook this or how to cook like lamb shanks. Before, I had no idea. Like, I was like, oh, okay, like obviously I know that you put it in the oven or that you just heat it up and then you cook it, but I didn't know how to spice it. I didn't know how to like really prepare it or anything like that. And now it's gotten to the point where I'm actually comfortable with just pulling it out and kind of just like freestyling it and going for, because obviously I've had the time and I've had the experience of trial and error, and trust me, I've had some bad meals that came out, wasn't too good, but at the end of the day, I can't waste nothing, so I have to eat it. But at the time that I am at now, like I said, I'm pretty comfortable. If you give me some form of like, if you give me meat, you give me chicken, you give me salmon, I'm willing to take the risk and whip something up, because I'm certain that I can do it and I'm confident in myself. Like I said, I'm comfortable in the kitchen. So if we go back and review, the top things that I said that helped me was eating at home over eating out, limiting my screen time, and quit using the vending machine for snacks. Bring your own snacks. And then keep your water bottle on you at all times, especially keep it full at all times. And choose a workout. This is one of the most important ones that I found that is the most important. Choose a workout that you actually enjoy. This is the one that I'm saying, like, if you choose a workout that's going to be too intense, or it's going to be like you hate it, you're not going to want to find yourself waking up the next day and be like, yeah, I'm ready to work out. You're going to be like, oh God, this sucks. So find something that you're willing to get out of bed for, whether that's basketball, whether that's tennis, whether that's just a nature walk and going outside, like simple things. But that's what I'm saying. Those are probably like my top of my list to recommend for like just starting off and implementing, that I use and I still use, that helped me get to where I'm at. And I hope you guys can find this useful. If you did and you try them out, come back and comment. If you guys have any comments too related towards what I'm saying, go ahead and leave a comment in the box. And if you found, like I said, any of this useful, go ahead and like and subscribe. And we'll catch you guys on the next video.